StreamYard?
Yep, we're live. All right, folks, we're in there. We don't know how long. StreamYard's having a fit, but here we go. You know what? We're gonna do we'll do one of them for a minute. Oops.
They wanted to play twice?
Yeah, I forgot to turn the loop off.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what? I just realized who I missed in there. I know I missed a couple of people, but I know Runic was one of them. Sorry, Runic. I was kind of a little pressed for time getting that new intro going. Well, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed.
Hey, who else might have you missed?
No, I actually fixed it. You were the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I fixed
right.
that.
So, hey, what's happening, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Wanda, aren't you supposed to be?
Yeah, Wanda's supposed to be like in here with us.
With that link that I sent you.
I don't know what happened. Whatever.
And that's all right. Rusty, can you pin the link? Because I cannot.
I probably can, maybe. Sorta.
Okay. So we're having all kinds of technical difficulties here tonight. StreamYard has been down most of the day, and it's just now coming back up. And my computer, lo and behold, as I brought it out to the garage to get everything set up, decided to do an update. And now I have no cursor menu. I can't use a cursor. So, hey, Greg Reynolds, I am going to try to catch chat the best I can. And I'm trying to get it off my phone. So that's where we're at. So, yes, Wanda, there's a link in your email. Click that link. And no, Runic, you're getting put back in. Rusty just didn't think you were important enough.
Yeah, no. Dang it. I was trying to think everybody, and I just, to be honest, when I first showed Deland the intro or when he watched it, I forgot to put Deland in there.
He did.
Yeah. So, whatever. So don't feel left out. Yeah.
So we have Oli with us here tonight.
Yeah.
And if she comes in, we have Wanda coming in.
Miss Wanda.
Yes. And Oli has a new video coming out as of yesterday. If you guys want to go check that out, it's a cool little game video that it's really cool. If I had a machine like that, I would probably make it too. I'm praying that this works. Oh wait. What the fuck?
What? Do you have a cursor?
Oh,
You got your mouse?
God. Hold on.
No, we're not holding. I just got to say, Oli, I think, is probably one of the most chillest cats. That he's just like, hey, just kicking back, and he never seems like he probably ever gets upset about anything.
Yeah, that's because I'm upset all day long at my day job, so I have no choice but to mellow the heck out.
Yeah.
All right, for right now, I have a cursor.
I
can see live chat
for like a month.
Awesome sauce.
Cool.
That's all I care about. So yes, Wanda's Blessings is going to come in on screen. We're going to have her and Oli. If everybody couldn't guess by my post earlier, Wanda's Blessings, the one that just got out of Sing Sing.
Oh, she was in jail?
No, that was actually meant for Oli.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oli was the one that just got out of Sing Sing, and he's promoting his new album, Don't Get Caught in a Stolen Car.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you know how happy I am?
Drops is going to be Drive Faster, Mama.
Drive Faster, Mama.
There you go.
Let's see. We got Pine and Oak in there. We got Beadin' Crazy, Billy Shoemate, Dad, New Beginnings. What's up, Chase? Cat's Piece, Miss June's House of Crafts, Wanda's Blessing. She don't see a link, baby doll.
Would you call me a baby doll?
That's what she said. Right? No, not that one. Right there. No, damn it. That one. There we go. I don't see a link, baby doll.
It's in the email, but here. It's in her email, but I just posted the link. Click on that, and it will bring you to us. It will bring you to us. Excuse me. And a matter of fact, I will pin it so it would be easy to find.
Yeah, it looks like the StreamYard chat's still a little borked. It won't let me in. I can read it, but...
Yeah, so just to let y'all know, StreamYard is still having issues, so it's possible we could get kicked, but we'll try to get back up just as quick as possible. It is a thing. Apparently Google services of some kind says there's a third-party issue, and it was screwing with them. Earlier when I jumped in, I was in the studio for a little bit, and then it just suddenly kicked me and then let me come back. So they say they've got a fix in and they're monitoring, and but there may still be issues.
In the mail.
Yeah.
All right, Wanda, do you see the link that's up at the top of the chat? I pinned it up there. I'm pretty sure I sent it in your email.
Let's see who else. We got Artsy Doodles in there. We got Old Path, Carving Wizard, Last Breath, Wanda, Cat's Piece, Electric Whittler, Greg Reynolds, Big Mex. What's up? Runic, Jeff Dowdy, Susie Dowdy,
Uncle
Ray
Steve,
and Sandy.
Big Max is in here. So I'm gonna real quick while we're waiting, do an update. Next week is the Wounded Warrior Project celebration giveaway. Last day that you're gonna hear me begging for money and begging for donations, because today 2 new donations came through.
Nice.
And we hit that $2,000 mark.
Awesome.
And that is because of you guys. You guys have done that. Now we still have a week to throw in some more donations. Looks like there's a guest. Is there a guest or is that me? Rusty?
What is it?
Is there a guest? Is Wanda in
No.
All right, I just see a guest up on my screen. So we're at the $2,000 mark. I'm going to be putting in my $500, which is going to guarantee us $2,500, which is fantastically awesome. Different channels. You guys did this. You guys got us to the $2,000 mark, and that's awesome. If we only end up at 2,500, I will be happy with that. And if we can get more, I'll be happy with that too. But I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talking about it. There have been 30 people who have donated. I've got to get final numbers because 2 or 3 of them have been anonymous donors. And a couple of people said they don't want to be involved into the drawing, so they're donating their spot to everybody else. So I have to see roughly how many we have, but we've got about 17 to 20 items to give away, which is pretty cool because that means most everybody will get something. So that's awesome. That is fantastic. So Oli, what have you been up to?
Not a lot. Got caught up there for a little bit with life a little bit, and then springtime, of course, gardens got to go in and all that other nonsense, and kids getting out of school. And have I made it clear they're home every day, all day? It's great.
I think Wanda's backstage, but for some reason I can't see her.
I got it.
All right.
There she is. Boom.
Boom! And ladies and
Wanda.
gentlemen,
Hey!
Wanda from Wanda's Blessings.
Hello.
Blessed creation.
Yes, Blessed Creations. Look, I've had a rough 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I just got a cursor back, so we're good. But yes, Wanda's Blessed Creations. How are you doing, Wanda?
I am good. Thank you.
I'm so glad you made it on. Your craft room looks like my basement. My wife, she scrapbooks, and I scrapbook a little bit. And looking at your room, it reminds me of going down into my basement because that's almost exactly what I see when I go down there every time.
I am getting 2 voices at once.
Are you watching on a separate channel? Are you watching like on one thing and doing it on here, or?
I'm watching on my laptop.
Well, mute your laptop, and because you're probably picking up the sound from there. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Now I got it. I think.
She's picking up something because now I hear her.
Yeah, I hear something back there.
Yeah. It's like double talking.
Did you mute it or unmute it?
I muted it.
Are you sure? Try it again. Hit it again.
Yeah.
Turn the volume off on your device, I guess. I don't know.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear us better?
I can hear you better. Yeah.
Okay, there
Awesome.
we go.
So this is why Rusty yells at me.
Yes, it is.
Rusty yells at me every week that we have a guest and says we need to get the guest on the day before to work out any bugs. Oh, she's gone. And this was one week that didn't happen. But hopefully she'll be back. She probably hit something. But so yes, the Wounded Warrior project that is going to be next week. And I hope every single one of you are there because it's going to be a good time. Rhino and Suzanne donated stuff. Bear and the Boss Lady donated stuff. The Electric Whittler donated stuff to give away. I'm going to be giving away a carving. If you guys saw my latest video, I took it as a challenge from Bear, but I did a Dremel carving. And then I made 5 American flags that I'm going to give away. As of right now, as we get closer to the day, I might find a few more things to give away. But I'm hoping to try and get some more items because I'd really like to try to get close to as many as I can so everybody can get something. I have been busy, Jay. You're right. I have been busy. Life has kept me busy. Work has kept me busy. The Wounded Warriors have kept me busy. Trying to do videos have kept me busy. And traveling to spend time with my father-in-law has kept me busy. So it's been a little overwhelming. I think things are going to slow down here pretty soon. Plus, I'm off work next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I believe I have a week's vacation shortly after that.
And she's back.
And she's back.
I don't know why I'm here to Buffalo. I'm here to Buffalo. It's like repeating for some reason.
Do you have this problem on other lives? What, like when you're with Miss Francis?
No.
See, for a second there, everything was fine. So you hit something, and we came in clear to you, and you came in clear to us.
It's like you will say something and then it repeats what you say.
Okay, but you just sounded good. What about us?
See, I don't think she's listening to us live. I think she's listening to us through YouTube.
I am.
Well,
So
don't
go to
do
StreamYard.
Don't do
No.
that. Yes.
Okay.
There could be a 5, 10, 20-second
Okay.
delay there.
Yeah.
So that last video you did of the that was cottonwood bark, right?
Yes.
How's that carve? I hear people rave about that stuff. Never got my
Man.
hands on any.
It was beautiful, but let me tell you what. It cracks and it chips pretty easy. But other than that, I contacted Bear. I'm like, can I buy this stuff online? Because it was so easy to carve. It's really dusty. So you definitely have to have a mask or something, for the air. But it was a beautiful piece of wood to carve. It was easy. It's nothing like I've been carving before, and
Well,
I
is that
really
stuff
liked it.
like a balsa wood type soft, or more like a pine type soft?
Gonna have to say balsa wood because I've been trying to do some pine around my house, and it was easier, way easier than that. But not
Okay.
doing a lot of carving with different woods, I really can't compare. But I know that one. And when I put the clear coat on it, like Bear suggested, man, it turned that wood almost like a deep red. I mean, it kicked it up a notch. And I wish, since it changed it so much, I wish I would have taken a marker and kind of like marked off where I put little wrinkles in and stuff, because I think it would have stood out even more. I actually did more carving to it after the video because I thought it just looked a little too plain. So on like the forehead and stuff, I put little slots in it to try and give it some wrinkles. In between the eyes, I put some slots in it to try and give it, age in between the eyes and the forehead and stuff. Just playing around with it. But yeah, that wood was awesome. I love it.
I see. We got a request for Rusty to sing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How about that, Rusty?
Old Path says, Rusty, we just had an anniversary, and today is my wife's birthday. She'd love for you to sing happy birthday to her.
You know what?
Oh, boy. All right.
Do you want just Rusty to sing happy birthday, or would you like all three of us to sing happy birthday?
Well, it's going to be a shit show if we all try to sing. I mean,
I can count to three.
She's asking for
The man.
the man. I mean,
Okay, so Rusty, it's up to you. Let's solo Rusty.
Yeah,
Dust off that radio voice.
I don't know what her name is. What's her name, Old Path?
All three, but she loves Rusty. No, Rusty can do it.
Yeah. So it's Samantha. Is that it, Sam?
Yeah, Sam,
Oh,
Samantha.
Boy. Wow.
All right, it's all on you, Rusty.
Okay, here we go.
3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Samantha. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Whatever.
If I had a spare pair of drawers, I'd be throwing them at the screen, Rusty.
I mean, I've got to say,
Wow.
that part where he goes, "Oh yeah," that just made the song.
Well,
that made the song.
You got to throw that lounge singer, type deal in there.
So happy birthday, Samantha.
Yes.
And one thing that we. Oh, David, don't give him a big head. Don't give him a big head.
Oh yeah.
Really, Canadian Chris? That would just better than Marilyn Monroe.
Well, there was inspiration there from.
So June, when is your birthday?
Right.
June said she would like a happy birthday song from me, but when is her birthday?
She said, thank you, Rusty. I'm about to whop my husband over the head with a dough roller. I think you should.
Last Monday, June?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
Okay. Are you good now?
Yeah, I had to get on my phone, not my laptop.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are we doing one more birthday song? Because
Yeah. Well,
wait. What is no, you don't, June. I've heard Deland sing. Wait a second. Look, you know what? My plan was I have a plan for next week because even though Thursday is the live, there is somebody in chat whose birthday is Friday. So we're going to be doing this again next week if that person's in chat and knows who I'm talking about. But anyways, so do I really have to sing happy birthday? Because Steve's right, and I really can't sing, and Rusty's probably going to be better than me.
What? You
Hey,
can sing. Jeez.
Now, yeah, some people enjoy the sounds of a cat being vacuumed.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Oh, the humor
Oh,
got
now
to him.
Rusty's leaving.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let me do this real quick because the carving wizard said yes, do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear June. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
There you go. I did it.
happy
It's over.
birthday, June.
Nicely
And that's
done.
going to be the short for the week, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Put me and Rusty together singing happy birthday. Awesome. Somebody gave me a private message. Who put a private message in? Wanda's blessing. Happy birthday, June. Awesome. So what's everybody got going on this week? This has kind of been a crazy live. Starting off, my computer basically did an update the moment that I took it out to the garage to get everything set up. And for the first 20, 30 minutes, I had no mouse. And finally it just said, poof, you're going to start working again. So that was crazy. So we talked a little bit about Oli's new video that everybody should go watch. Oli's new video. It's pretty cool. Wanda, because everybody pretty much knows Oli, and we had Oli come on to kind of buffer you a little bit, so you weren't feeling so anxious. Now is your time to shine. Why don't you tell everybody about your channel?
Yeah.
And share your channel, your link, so maybe we can grab you some subscribers.
My lights just went out.
You're what?
We're having a storm and my lights just went out.
Oh, well, we
Oh,
didn't
you
even
know-
see it.
going on around here.
The weather just kicked up here too, and we're a bit apart, so there must be a good one going through.
Okay, I missed what you said at first, baby doll. I don't know what you said at first.
So can you tell everybody about your channel and a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a resin artist and I do just about anything. I don't like just doing resin because I get bored. I get bored quick. So I do crafts and resin and paint. I paint. I do everything. Any and everything. Except for wood.
Well, we're going to change that. We're going to get you into some wood soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to try.
Awesome. So what is one of your favorite things that you've made?
Oh, let me show you. Let me show you, honey.
I love that. Let me show you, honey.
Uh-oh.
She froze.
Yeah, she's getting storms.
All right, we'll wait to see if
I
she
gotta show
pops
you.
back in.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Now we can.
This right here is my favorite. My daddy was diagnosed with vascular dementia, and my sister bought him. This was a painting of a bull. Okay, keep that in mind. And my sister bought it for him. And my daddy said he passed 3 years ago, but he said, I'm gonna say what he said now. Okay, he said, "What in the hell did she get me a picture of a bull?" I was like, Daddy. So when my daddy passed, I got that picture and I turned it into that clock.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And that's a great memory. That's something that you're going to always remember.
Yes, yes, I will. Yep, that's my favorite piece. Favorite piece.
And Oli, what about you? We probably talked about this before, but what is one of your favorites?
Oh, my favorite. Honestly, I got a one of my first candle holders I made is out of a big old chunk of walnut that's almost 2 inches thick. It's just a solid hunk of walnut I made just a tea light holder out of. That one kind of my favorite because the finish turned out really nice on it and whatnot. So that one I got tucked away so my children can't get their grubby little hands on it yet. Tried to keep it safe for a little bit.
Nice. Very nice. And Rusty, you've been making some stuff here lately. Can't get you to do a video yet, but you made a pretty cool thing. You want to tell everybody about it?
Yeah. So I made another plant hanger like I made my mother for her friend, and I am going to do a build video on making one of those because I feel kind of comfortable making that. But I guess my favorite build that I've done would be the coffee table for my mother, and I want to make another one of them. I have some different ideas I want to try out, and but
Is that the one you did? What was it? A tractor on it?
yeah, the tractor was on the second shelf, and
Yep.
and,
I remember
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I was really happy how that turned out. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. It just kind of happened, But it's hard to film that kind of stuff because it's just so random. How it comes together, and I wouldn't even know how to begin to film all that and all the different times that I jump back and forth on it, and yeah.
You know what I found hard to, and it's not really hard. It's just loud and time consuming. Is when I was Dremel carving, that video I put out making the wood spirit. It's just so loud with the shop vac going on, and then the Dremel. You don't want to blow people's ear out with that constant buzzing of the bzzz, from the Dremel. And then I realized that I probably didn't have the camera close enough to the carving. But that was really my first, I think, carving video. But I found that a lot harder than making something. It's weird.
Right.
Your lights just came back on.
Honey, it is storming like a crazy thing here.
Well, if you want to go, you can go. I completely understand.
Oh, absolutely.
It's acting a fool.
Yeah, you need to be watching that weather, lady.
Yeah, I think I might.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that's fine, hon. We can have you back on.
Okay, please do. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, you're
was
fine.
coming.
No, you're absolutely fine, babe.
Well, I'll catch y'all next time.
All right.
All righty.
Be careful. Watch the weather.
I am.
if you guys can, go give Wanda's Blessed Creations a like. One thing that I love about her channel is I believe she does shout outs and she does prayer requests for friends and family and stuff. She doesn't necessarily pray, but she puts them out, for prayers. C-Dub, how are you doing? I do not know how to get a hold of you, and I messaged you in one of your videos to check in on you. How are you doing? All right, let me they're asking for her link, so I'm gonna go post her link.
Yep. I have another video that I'm gonna do of my so I like the whole concrete type of thing, and I found a I think I showed it a while back that I made a form and I poured one piece and then I put the form up and then I came back to it like a week or two later and I guess I didn't seal it or whatever good enough. I thought maybe just spraying it down, with oil before I poured it would be enough to keep it, but something happened and it just warped all up. The sides warped all up and cracked and broke. And I was like, well, I guess I need to I guess paint the forms or something to keep the water from getting in there from the concrete. Because
back in my younger years, I did residential concrete work, and honestly, we used motor oil on our forms, whether they were metal or wood. We used just used motor oil. And that helps keep them from getting so busted up.
Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. I pulled the form out and it had actually pulled the damn, pulled through the screws. It just, the one side just, it turned into, it made a left turn or right turn or whatever. I was like, well, shit, this thing's no good. So,
how did the concrete turn out?
The concrete turned out great. The form turned out great. It's when I stuck the form, put it up, and I was going to come back to it and pour another one and it just went to shit. So, yeah, oil, I'm going to oil them, I guess. I don't know, sealing them, if I seal them with, like clear coat or something first, just something to keep the water from soaking in, I guess. I don't know.
I wonder how the acidity of that concrete would react with like a clear coat or something. Because I know concrete's acidic. I mean, when I used to work with it, my hands would get all pitted up just from the acid in the concrete. So I wonder how that would work with the clear coat or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
I'm not a chemist and I don't even try to play one.
So Dad says oil the forms, and then Natalie says my son does concrete. He said they use resin on the forms to seal them. I've never heard of that. Yep, I've never heard of that. And actually, it's good that you brought it up because I have to do, for my fireplace, I have to make a form. It's only going to be used once unless I screw it up. But I'm going to be using like countertop concrete.
Yeah.
And making a form to put on top of a wood base that we have in front of the fireplace because my wife wants a concrete top on it, but it's going to be about 2 inches thick, so it's going to be heavy. We don't want to do it in place, so I'm going to have to do it outside and then probably get enough people to help carry it in and put it into place. I think it's going to be a huge chore.
Well,
because
all I can tell you is go watch Michael Builds. He does a lot of concrete stuff. That's I like what he does, but the form I actually got from somebody else. I think it's Man About Tools. I went and I bought his form. It's actually an ingenious idea. How to interlock them, make it to where they'll interlock with a piece of rebar, so you can like make flower beds or whatever out of them. And but Michael Builds uses not Quikrete.
Natalie's saying Durarock. I'm not sure what Durarock is.
Durock. I don't know.
Yep.
Huh. But
Industrial Maker. I'll have to look him up, Cats. Thanks.
I wish I could
So
remember what the name of that stuff is.
Is everybody in chat subscribed to Oli? We want to try and get Oli as many subscribers as we can. We want him to start doing more videos. And he says he's not going to do any more videos until he gets 200 subscribers. And if he doesn't get 200 subscribers, then he's going to go steal a car and drive it into a wall.
Well, I ain't got to steal a car. I got an old Buick that I could do that with. So, yeah, actually, I do got a couple half finished project videos sitting around here. That when I had that little hiatus trying to get stuff done around the house, I got part of it done, but just they're sitting there hanging out, waiting to be finished.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those. I've got a lot of remodel projects to get done. There's so many things to do, so little time. I just want to quit my job, and I probably still won't get anything done because then I'll sleep more. I don't know, but yeah, it's never ending. Oh, Natalie. Now that would be a video. What would it be a video, John? Oh, a video of the crash? Right. I think you just got you've got a video idea.
Oh, if we coordinate enough, we could get a dash cam, a couple angle shots. We could make this a group effort.
We could make it a group effort, or if you did it right, you could get like your wife and kids to film you inside the car. All right. And with a helmet on and like some fake seat belts and have you revving it. And then you actually start driving the car. Boom, you pan off the car. But then you get a Matchbox car of the same kind and then slam it into a wall and then have you laying out on the street going boom. And then see, I've got ideas.
You got ideas.
My Uncle Steve says he knows some cops. We could arrange a chase.
All right, that stuff that he uses that Michael builds, and I used it on my pour, is a rapid set mortar mix, and it's pretty damn cool what he does, and I definitely think you need to watch that for making your countertop.
Is that rapid set stuff the same stuff they do with the like the little statues you see make, but the solid ones, not the hollow ones? The solid little. Like,
I'm guessing probably. I'm guessing probably so. Yeah, it's pretty cool what he does with that stuff, and I don't know. You just got to watch it. Michael Builds.
So John said that if you did a video like that, Oli, that it would definitely get you subscribers.
More than likely. I might have to kind of put that one back in my cap here after, because I'm going to be going offline for about a little over a week, going up to God's country to do some camping and fishing, and I might have to let that bounce around in my head while I'm bobbing around on the boat there and try to pull something off like that. Do a funny.
Look, with editing, anything's possible. So C-Dub, type into chat how you're doing. I haven't seen you for probably at least a month or two. So type into chat how you're doing, because I kind of miss seeing you, miss seeing your updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do some fishing videos too.
I
Oh,
was
or if you're gonna be on a boat, you could do like some Miami Vice videos. Do you remember Miami Vice?
yeah,
You could
I'm
get like
that old. Yeah, I am.
that white Don Johnson jacket, and isn't that Crockett and Tubbs?
Yep,
That's
yep, with the pastel shirts under the jackets.
Yes. And then you've got a son, right? How old's your son?
He is going to be 10 this year.
Boom. He's probably the perfect size to be Tubbs or Crockett, whichever one. And then you could be like flying in the boat down in the lake or something, have the music going in the background, and just watch you and him be like, see?
That
Should
would
be a
be good.
director.
You should. You got ideas coming out all over the place.
Ray and Sandy. Good night, Ray.
Good night, Ray. Hello, CNG Creations. Good to see everybody here.
Yeah. Oh,
Sound like you were going to say something, Rusty.
I was thinking. So Judy wants to do the candy making video, and we just haven't been able to get our time together to do it. She really wants to put one out there. So
What kind of candy?
hard candy,
Mm.
you know, what do you call that? Like Jolly Rancher type, hard candy. Yeah. I said, yeah, why not? We'll do it, but we just can't get our times meshed together. So Beeden Crazy says, Deland, did you see his last video with the eagle and the flag?
Yes, I loved that. That was fantastic. I didn't get to see the whole video, but I did see it. That's on my list of things to go back to watch the whole thing of. But what I did see, it was beautiful. That was awesome. And C-Dub, I'm looking forward to seeing your video and your progress. I truly am. Truly, truly am. So I'll look for it. Awesome. Mrs. Francis is another one to go check out. I mean, there's so many fantastic channels in the chat tonight. Oli Makes, the Runic Workshop, Artsy Doodle. Go subscribe. Put your guys' links in the comments so people can subscribe if they'd like. The Carving Wizard.
Runic
Wizard.
has a premiere coming up at 8:15. I'm guessing that's Eastern time after the show.
Okay, cool. Then everybody go see Runic's premiere because that'll be awesome. So is that 8:15 my time or his time?
I'm guessing it's Eastern time. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yes, he says.
All right, so that's in 25 minutes. All right, yeah, so 25 minutes. Cool.
So what, either you guys, what what you guys got coming down the pipe here for the future? Any builds that you've been looking to do for a while, finally getting around to, or?
Yeah, I want to do the concrete mold video, making that, and maybe giving some people some ideas, or you know, where they can make it. And I want to do the hanging flower pot stand thing for your porch. I want to make that video. That's pretty easy. I can't screw that up. I don't think. That's what I want to
So
do.
I want to do more carving. But I also want to do more builds. I realize that I've really slacked for the last few weeks with the builds. And I'm hoping once the Wounded Warrior thing is done, that'll free up some time, because it's really a lot of time going to businesses on your days off and when you're off, trying to get donations only to get shut down, which is fine. You know, it's fine, but it's a lot of effort. Shooting out emails, hitting up Facebook, hitting up YouTube, you know, just talking to people about it. And a lot of people really don't know what exactly the Wounded Warrior Foundation does. So I find it's a lot of time explaining things. And, you know, I try to respond to emails when I see donations come in. I haven't today because I just haven't had time, and of course had computer issues. Planning out how we're going to do the giveaway, or thinking about how we're going to do the giveaway, with which Rusty and I still need to get together. But I believe what we're going to do, and it was Rusty's idea, we're going to have a wheel that has all the prizes on it. And then we're going to spin that wheel, or however we figure it out. And then that prize will be up for the next drawing. So then we'll have a separate one for people. And that's going to be, you won this, or you're going to win this, and all that.
I suppose you could always do a little pie chart type wheel. Let's say Rusty's going to pick the prizes that are going to be up, and he could throw like a hatchet or an axe at the wheel in real time. That would make good entertainment.
I don't know if Judy trusts Rusty throwing an axe or a hatchet. I don't think I would. I got to be honest with you. I don't think I would. But so that's some ideas. And I believe what we're going to do is, when you win a prize, we're going to remove you from the drawings. That way one person doesn't win 2 or 3 different things. So, and I'm wanting to stream it to Facebook also, because some people that donated, you know, they just don't come onto YouTube. So maybe they can watch it on Facebook. So I've got a bunch of ideas, and I better get them going pretty soon because it's a week away. Good thing is I have that day off, and I have Friday off. So, you know, I have a couple of days after that. I haven't seen Mike Stanifer in chat for a while. Thanks for being here, Mike. So, you know, besides that, I would like to do some more carving. Probably won't do a lot of carving videos, but I do want to get into some easier builds, just to be able to get some builds done. And what I don't want to do is just do a build to do a build, because I feel like if I do a build just to do a build, it's not going to be good. So that I'm going to have to figure out.
Has anybody took advantage of the sale that's going on? I know it's crazy. Harbor Freight is having a sale, but there's supposed to be some really good deals going on over there right now, I believe. till the 15th, maybe, or
I think I got an email in my inbox about that, but I haven't checked it out yet to see what all they got going on sale.
yeah, I want to get a orbital sander. All I got now is that little flat handheld sander that just kind of shakes in one direction or whatever. I want to get a orbital sander. I think they're better, right? Don't you think?
I am pretty partial to my random orbital that I got. It changed sanding, especially let me see if I can get those here quick. This right here at Home Depot, I found this on sale. It was under 20 bucks.
Hold on a second.
That's the Diablos, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And now this actually has the cushion pad that will attach to your sander, and then the sandpaper attaches to that. But
Right.
I gave this thing a try, and this thing works wonderful. It's got the mesh type sandpaper to it, so it's
Right.
not the paper. I wasn't too sure how that stuff would work, but I was surprised as hell at how good this worked, and especially for under 20 bucks for that many
That's
pads.
yeah.
That's worth every dime I paid for it.
Is it an assortment, or is it one? It is an assortment. Okay.
Yep, it's actually, here you go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
80 to 400.
Nice. 50. Damn.
So for the quantity, less than 20 bucks, I should have got two. Because last
Yeah.
time I was there, I didn't see them no more.
So I use, since we're showing our tools,
Uh,
I just use the rigid orbital sander. But now my wife has all the sandpaper because she is sanding some spots off of a deck over at her mom's house. But I love this, and it's actually done me very well. But there's one thing that annoys me, and I don't know if you guys have ran into this. If you don't watch it at Home Depot, like this has a furry, hold on, kind of a furry texture to it, almost like, I don't want to say Velcro, but kind of a Velcro.
Yeah.
And it sticks to this, which is the other side of like Velcro, really nice. It's on here, okay? And you can hear it like rip off. But if you're not careful, they have other sandpaper from Diablo that is a different textured attaching side,
oh,
and it doesn't stick. I bought like 2 packs of it, opened both of them, and was like, what the heck? They don't stick. And because I had the package open and stuff, there's nothing I can do with it. I can't take it back because they were sealed packages. So now, before I buy any paper for the orbital sander, I will rip the back of the box open and feel it with my finger. I
Yeah.
won't open it completely, but just enough to get my hand in to feel it, to see if it's the right material, because that's annoying.
You may be able to take some of that new stuff you got that ain't sticking. Save a couple pieces of actual good backed sandpaper, spray adhesive. Should be able to line the holes up. At least you could get some use out of it that way.
Yeah,
That'd be a
that's
total
true.
loss.
Nice.
Michael S has jumped in there. Last breath. Grumpy's laid back. What's up, Grumpy?
Thanks for being here, guys.
I think they said Pilato. Pilato
Yep.
Creations is in there. What's up?
So we had Wana's blessings on earlier. She was having some storms go through, and she was having some issues. It sounds like just the night, because I was having some computer issues too. But she'll probably come back another week when there's no storms. She had lights going on and off and everything. So
Yeah.
And of course, we've got Oli here, and Oli's always great to have on. We love Oli.
Right. All right. Let me. I guess I'll share my my latest creation here because why not? Let's see.
You should.
There we go. We'll do that right there. There we go. That's my latest hanging plant creation. I got $50 for that, and because I took it to work to the woman that got it, I've actually got 2 more orders and a possible third to make some. So kind of
That's
happy.
going to pay for that random orbital in no time.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw, you must have posted this to Faceplace. I think I saw this
Yeah, I did.
today
Yep.
or yesterday, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, he did a good job on it.
Looks nice.
Share my channel link. It's just at Professor Rusty. Just, I think. Yeah.
Here, I'll share it.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's too modest. No, I don't want to share my channel.
I do
Well,
all my
after
stuff
that
here.
song performance, I mean, he don't want the masses finding them, and
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
popularity is hard, man. I wouldn't know, but popularity I hear is hard.
Yeah. I searched and something else came up. Professor Rusty, Delan's going to share my link, I reckon. There it is, right there. June got it. Thank you, June. The lovely Miss June.
There we go. I put it out there. Yeah, after Rusty singing tonight, he's going to have paparazzi all over the place.
Well, I mean,
they're going to be coming for him. Hey, Raja, how you doing, buddy? Big Max.
Raja.
Awesome. Big Max, did you share your channel?
Yeah, Big Max. Throw that channel up there, buddy. I think he did earlier, but do it again.
All right.
Yes, mine does have a little planter box at the bottom too, Stanifer. That was my newest add-on there. Right.
Rusty's gonna be the next victim of people chasing him through a tunnel. Paparazzi chasing him through the tunnel.
I do have a T-shirt. Yeah, it's hard to be humble. I know it is. I do have T-shirts and a mug available that says whatever, and has my picture on it, and then has my channel thing on the back. I have to try to find that link. But whatever.
Yeah, that's actually something my 4-year-old daughter has started saying now. I don't know if she picked it up from me watching the lives, or if it's something she might have got from her mother, because her mother's pretty partial to it too. But when you got a 4-year-old going, whatever, makes you kind of giggle, and you're not supposed to laugh at them when they do that, but can't help it.
Yes, Pilato, when Rusty's getting chased, there's always sirens involved.
There, I threw it's actually on my Off Track Syndicate page, but yeah, Professor Rusty's Workshop. You can get a mug and you can get a T-shirt, men's or women's. I make like $1. I seriously dropped it down as much as I possibly could. So, because I hate, you go buy a T-shirt and they want, $29.99 for a freaking T-shirt. That's insane. And then shipping on top of that. So it probably is close to that after shipping, but I dropped it for the T-shirt. I dropped it down. Well, for the mug too. I make like $1.
How much are your shirts?
I think they're 22. Let me look. Hold on. So the classic crew is $22.99, and the mug is $12.99. Well, that's for that one. Yeah, $12.99 for the mug, and $22.99 for a men's shirt. It's $1 more for women's. I don't know. Women's clothing is stupid.
Complicated.
Oh, okay. There is a black mug. That's right. I thought I did a black mug. I think the black mug looks better than the white mug. It's $14.99, which is stupid for a mug, but I'm literally making $1.
That's about standard. Where they get you at is the shipping. But I'm gonna say something real quick. June's House of Crafts hit over 500 subs tonight, so that is awesome. Congratulations,
Yay, June! Awesome.
It was my rendition of Happy Birthday that inspired everybody.
Yes.
To go and subscribe to her channel.
Looky there. Mike is making stuff.
What's up? Mike is making stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, June, I love the I don't know how you what it's called, but it's like collage. So like she uses different stuff and layers it on top of each other and just makes some fantastic pictures. I freaking love it.
It's kind of a whole new angle to the whole creation process. You start getting out of the little niche that you happen to be in, kind of like Deland did with the carbon, and now he's just going to town on that stuff. I mean, like crazy. It's kind of nice to get out of your little cubby hole.
So
see what else is out there.
Ole, does your laser cut? Like, can you cut like thin wood?
Yeah, I can cut like 1/8 inch, 3 mil wood, no problem. I've cut up to 1/4 inch with it. It's only a 10 watt, so if I do a 1/4 inch, it's 6-8 passes, depending on what kind of wood it is.
We need to talk backstage, but so like. Yeah, I'd we can talk about I'd love some little like on my thing I cut out a house and it was kind of thick, 3/4 inch thick, but 3 mil would be fine, in the shape of a little house.
For that hanger. Yeah. Actually, that would be really, because you could do like text and script. You could do all sorts of stuff like that, and then just finish it off and pop them on wherever. It would really up the customization game for your
Hey, Ole, can I interrupt you guys for a second? So Pilato is asking, what does Ole make? So Ole, for people that might not know you, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about your channel and what you do, because you would explain that better than me. I'm gonna say it my version, but give your version. See if we can get you a couple more subscribers.
I kind of do whatever hits my fancy at that second, because I got kind of an issue with shiny, look, hard time paying attention sometimes. So right now I've been bouncing between doing glass work on the laser, doing some plates, some custom engraved plates. I got a box over here on the shelf. I just did the word tile game. What else have I done recently? Of course, the candle holders that everyone kind of goes through on a phase, but it's pretty broad. I cover a lot of stuff. Laser and woodworking is, I'm trying to maintain focus and stay within those realms. But next week, I might be making cookies. I mean, who knows?
Right? Yeah.
He's pretty modest. He does some really cool CNC stuff. He's done some really cool, I think, interesting builds. I was kind of disappointed at Easter time that we didn't do the giant Cadbury egg catapult, but he's made a candy catapult for his kids. His latest video is he's used his it's your CNC machine, right? Or is it the laser engraver?
It's a CNC laser. It's all CNC, but I just have the laser. It's not one that can run a router.
Gotcha. Where he made a game, and it was actually a pretty cool game. Do you want to tell them what you did?
Sure. Yeah. I took, and this isn't my idea by any means, but back 10, probably 15 years ago now, I saw this game someone had on their fridge, and it was just magnetic tiles, kind of like the business card magnets, and it just had phrases, and people would rearrange the phrases on the fridge to make some smart little saying or a dirty limerick or something. Well, I just took that idea and did it on the 3 mil plywood and made it PG. And essentially, I did it to try to give my kids a little something to do. The younger one, she don't quite read yet. She's only 4, but she's starting to. But then the older one, he'll be 10 this year. He got into it and showed it to my wife and whatnot. And it's just a real easy unplugged family game night type game.
Nice. So Mike S was asking if Bear has been in tonight. No, he hasn't been in tonight. I haven't seen Creation Dust. I haven't really seen a lot of Bear on YouTube this week. I'm wondering if he's having a busy week, but I haven't really seen much of Bear. Has anybody else seen him much? I was kind of hoping he would stop in tonight.
Well, I know he was under the weather there for a little bit. I'm not sure if he completely recouped from that yet or not.
No. Oh, look at that. I've been here the
There
whole
we
time,
go.
but I'm too busy to stop. Look at that.
Looky
There
there.
you go. There you go, Michael. He's here. Good to see you, Bear. So then, talking about the cottonwood from earlier, Bear would be able to answer it a little bit better. But the cottonwood that he sent me out, man, I just can't say enough about it. It's beautiful to carve. I love it. Yep. If I had the carving out here, I would show you guys, but it's in the house. I'm keeping it in the house to keep it clean. Because I'm going to be giving it away. Everything that's been donated is staying in the house. So
Good idea.
even the flags that I made, they're in the house, ready to go, ready to package up and give away.
Look at there, Bearded Viking. Is this where you sign in for the show? Sure.
You do.
Did you leave that link up there, Doya?
The link is up there.
Yep.
Yeah. Click that link, Viking. Jump in there, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to jump in.
I mean, if you want to lower your standards, my friend, jump on in here.
Hey, everyone's got a slum once in a while with the rest of us.
You know.
Yes. But Bearded Viking, somebody should drop his link. So if anybody wants to subscribe to him, they can. But if you're still listening, I would like to thank you very much for sharing the giveaway on your channel a few weeks back. Just tonight with a couple of different donations, we hit $2,000 for the Wounded Warrior Project. So thank you very much for sharing it on your channel and promoting it, because without you and this community and other people who donated, we would not have hit $2,000. So I appreciate it. And we still have a week left. So that's awesome.
Hey, Chris Jenkins.
Honestly, it is for a really good cause, because you get down to it, most all of us here tonight either have a veteran in our family, whether they made it back or not, or we're close with someone that has a veteran in their family. So it really is something that kind of touches everybody. You know, it's hard to not know somebody that doesn't have a veteran close that maybe they need a little help.
Yeah, and I've been watching so many videos on this, and there was a video that I watched. It's not just about the warriors, the veterans. It's actually about, let's say one of our veterans are out and unfortunately they don't come home, or they're wounded to the point to where they can't work. They also support spouses, whether men or women, and get them the therapy they need to learn how to understand and how to deal with the circumstances, how it is now. So it's not just the soldier, excuse me. It's about the soldier and their family. So that is something that I truly, truly appreciated as I'm trying to learn stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
So Rhinestone Suzanne has finally showed up. There's no telling what she's been doing, but she's finally here. She said sorry. She's like, whatever, Rhinestone Suzanne. Bearded Viking is fight for all Americans. Do what we can for them. That's right. Yeah, I mean that. Look, I may not be saying the right thing, but it is in the Constitution, or so. We're supposed to be taking care of these people, and the VA is lacking in a lot of places. Some places are good, but the VA is lacking, and it's shameful that they promise these guys you work for this country, you serve this country, and we're supposed to take care of you, and it's lacking, and we have to have these groups like Wounded Warriors to to add to what our government is supposed to be doing 100%. But I'm proud to do that and help them as much as we can.
And it's not even about fighting for America. Yes, they're fighting for America in ways that we probably never even know or understand. But it's also when they're out fighting for other countries. We're the country that helps support other countries, whether it's standing guard or what. So it's not just fighting for us. They're out fighting and dying for other countries and people. And that's the stuff that we don't know. That's the stuff that we don't see.
Well, not only that, but absolutely, I don't want to take away from that. But even the guys that don't necessarily go overseas and stuff, they're still, they're supporting our guys over there. There's a whole support group, that keeps those guys fighting and stuff, and even those guys get injured and get hurt, and so it's all of them. You may not be fighting overseas or whatever, but you're still working here. You're still doing the job, and damn it, we need to take care of all of them. And that was a promise, and it's been a battle with the government all the way back to the Civil War and all that. We're supposed to be taking care of these guys, and damn it, we need to be doing it.
100%. So yes, that is why I decided to take this on this year. And my brother, he's in here every once in a while. He's actually a veteran, and he has, I don't know if I should talk about this, but he goes to the VA quite often. He has PTSD, and this is stuff that could be helping him. I know the VA has been pretty decent with him, but it's not always decent for everybody. And what the Wounded Warrior Project also does, if nobody knew this, wow. So you look really good, Suzanne, for being deceased. Just saying. Oh, I highlighted the wrong one. There we go. The Wounded Warrior Project also assists veterans in getting the benefits that they deserve. So they not only help them in different areas, but they also assist in getting them the benefits that they're owed.
Yeah.
So that is huge.
Yeah. Somebody that we know together, Deland, Sean, Whiskey Six,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even know that, he was supposed to be, getting, and he's went through a whole process where he's finally getting some stuff that, getting some benefits that he didn't even have a clue, about. And I don't want to say it was Wounded Warriors, but somebody pointed him somewhere, and those people got on the ball and got it rolling, and he's getting what, because he served, and he had a couple of issues, and yeah, so he's, but it took a whole other entity to get him into it and get him going through the process and stuff, because it's just so red tape bullshit,
Yeah.
government stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So does anybody want to jump into chat? The link is posted.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to jump in, if not, we may call it a night here in a few minutes, but you're more than welcome to click that link, come in, have a chat for a few minutes, and hang out. Once again,
I just want to say real quick, Rhinestone, I never heard back from you on email. Anyway, that's a separate issue. Yeah, the link's up at the top. You want to jump in here and spout off about something? Come on.
keeping it clean. We're keeping it clean. So far, we've been good at keeping it PG. Yes, and that's how I want to keep it. The last couple of lives, we've got a little bit off track. We're reeling it back in, bringing it back in, keeping it PG.
Well, it was all at least still PG-13 for the most part, I think. So a
Well,
little PG, but even in
PG.
the best movies, they start slipping a little now and then. So
Awesome. Hold on, Mike. Mike's always got something to say.
Yeah, he says he'll stay text only. Why? Are you sipping on something, Mike? Is that what the deal is? You got to watch that guy. It's all right. I'm sipping on tea. I'm sipping on tea right now.
June, you are always
Absolutely
able to join. Everybody is. Anybody that wants to click that link can click that link.
Oh, he's clear as a bell. Okay.
They are more than welcome. And you are more than welcome.
What's up, Kevin?
What's up, Kevin? Oh my goodness, my chat is trying to catch up. I just flipped between screens.
Morning, all. Whatever. Morning.
So next week, since we were talking about the Wounded Warrior Project, what would you guys like to see? Type it into chat. It's going to be a night of just the Wounded Warrior Project. It's going to be a lot of giveaways. I plan on hopefully showing some videos and highlighting some of the things that they do. You know, what are some things you guys would like to see that would be interesting to keep the live interesting? If you want to put it in chat, very cool. I will jot it down or read it later. But yeah, I'm planning on making a whole, hopefully, event out of it. Rusty's singing. So yeah,
I could sing,
Rusty can sing. I mean, he did it tonight. He pulled out the happy birthday, Mr. President, and he did a great job.
Sings a lot better than I could.
I gotta admit, he sung a lot better than I thought he could. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Mike tries the car. Nice to see you. I'm back. Laugh out loud. The power went out and I lost connection. Do you live by Wanda's blessed creation?
I don't know.
Well, there
Where
must
is
be-
Wanda? Where is Wanda?
I can't remember. She's definitely from the South.
There must be a line of storms because I was getting weather the same time she was, just not near as bad. I mean, it was raining pretty good outside, but almost sounded like a little hail, but I didn't get much for thunder or nothing like that.
We used a spectrum savings calculator before.
We got Greg in there, but Greg's got a lot of background on. Greg, what are you doing, man?
He's got a lot of background noise and there's no video. He may need to restart again like last week.
Your internet service.
Oh, my lip filter?
And give him a couple minutes. He just had surgery, so
They explained everything.
Leaf filter technology protects.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
he
there's
gone.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Greg just went through thumb surgery. I sent him an email checking on him. I haven't seen him or heard from him since the last show. And he sent me a picture with a blue cast on,
Oh, she
and
lives in Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Google says.
Okay.
Where are you, Ola? You in
I'm in
Oklahoma?
Minnesota, very southern Minnesota. So, like I say, there might be a heck of a line of storms
You're
going
in-
through.
you're in Minnesota on purpose? But I don't.
I know if the mortgage loan rates weren't 6%, I'd be out of here already. Trust me. I would be anywhere down by the river in a van. I don't care.
I mean, besides the Vikings, what else is wrong with Minnesota?
The Twins.
Everything.
Yeah.
This state has been in a perpetual rebuilding year for sports since the 80s, early 90s, I think, since
There
the
you
Twins won. Twins got on the Wheatie box. They won the World Series, I think, in the early 90s. Otherwise, hockey hasn't done bad, but
So was that before or after? Wasn't Kirby Puckett on the Twins?
yep. Kent Herbeck, Kirby Puckett. There was some old school names. You got to be pretty darn old to remember those names, which
Oh,
is
what
why
do you
I
say?
remember them. I know those names. I watched those guys play.
Yeah, I grew up watching them play the Tigers. And yeah. You know what?
Welcome, Pilato. What's up, buddy?
Pilato? So
Hey, guys, how's it going?
one more thing I'm gonna throw out before I'm gonna talk about how old we are. I remember I used to be, and I still kind of am, the biggest Atlanta Braves fan.
Yeah.
Because back in the early years, you could actually watch the Atlanta Braves, the Chicago Cubs, the Detroit Tigers, and a few other teams on like local channels. And they've done away with that. But yeah, I grew up watching those teams. And you're right. I kind of feel old because
Yeah, that was before they started blacking out the games to try to force the locals into the stadium.
yeah, but now I'll say this about 5 or 7 years ago, my wife and I went to Atlanta. She had some business to do down there. And I actually went I've went a couple of times now, to a Braves game. And they were some of the politest people I've ever kind of like dealt with. When I went in, one of the ushers, he knew that I wasn't from around there. And I asked him, like, hey, I'm trying to find my seat. He's like, is this your first time here? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you need to go stop into customer service. And I'm thinking I'm getting arrested or something. And he's like, no, seriously, stop down there. So it started raining. So I'm walking around, seeing customer service. And I was like, hey, one of the ushers said I needed to stop in here. It's my first time here. He's probably playing a joke on me, blah, blah, blah. So, what am I doing here? She goes, oh, wait a second. It's your first time here? Yeah, we've got a bag for you. And I'm like, what? And she busted out a goodie bag of stuff, of Braves, like memorabilia and stuff. She's like, oh, yeah, everybody that comes here for the first time gets this. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yes, the Braves and the Hawks on Turner Broadcasting, whether you ask for it or not. So, Pilato, what are you making anytime soon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the process of making a shoe rack for my mom, using some cherry wood that I got from a friend, and cut it up and put it in a little homemade kiln. And so my one of my more recent videos was getting that kiln dried cherry wood milled up, and now it's ready for the next step. And I was out of town last week, so I didn't really do much, but yeah, so that's kind of the next project on my list. My wife wants me to make a little mini weeding well for our front yard. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do that or not, but she wants me to. So I
saw your video, and I watched you on some stuff cutting up the cherry and getting it stacked.
Yeah.
How did your I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna say contraption. How did that work with those small pieces? And has any of it warped yet? Because you did a really good job putting it together, and you did a really good job cutting it on the bandsaw and stuff. But I was just wondering, with such small pieces, did they warp? Because we're not talking big, like 6-8 foot pieces. We're talking a couple of foot pieces.
Yeah, the longest ones were, maybe 3 foot wide or 3 foot long. And I cut them down to 5/4 on the bandsaw. There's definitely some warping. I've actually got some right here that I can just kind of show you.
While he's doing that, Michael S. says, what is up with the ads? So apparently you're getting ads again. You didn't turn them off.
He's the first one to say anything about ads.
No, I seen somebody else say something about it too earlier.
Really?
Yeah, when I brought up the chat in YouTube, I got hit with an ad right at first, but that was it. Just right at first. At the beginning. Got yourself squeezed in here, Greg?
Yep.
There we go.
Had to reboot my iPad.
When I was watching earlier, I got hit with some ads as well.
I just got one when I rebooted and come back in. Just one.
Yeah.
The thing is, here's the thing I'm wondering. When I go on to other channels, whether it's Baron the Boss Lady, Creation Dust, whoever, I always get an ad in the beginning.
Right.
And if I go out of a live and I go back in, I get an ad when I go back in.
That's what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
But now, are they pumping ads in the middle, or is it just if you're coming in and out?
I think it's a newer thing.
Yeah, Last Breath said I got 2 ads when jumping in and about 6 more during this live. Damn.
Really?
Wow.
I've had 1 or 2 that have hit while I've been watching, but yeah, I think I saw recently that's a new innovation from YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's a feature, not a flaw, is what you're saying.
They want to monetize lives better for themselves than
I think there should be a mass migration over to Rumble. You don't have this problem over, and at least not now. Probably if a whole bunch of people started getting it might start, but Rumble, I don't know. It's
Well, a lot of large creators have a secondary account over on Rumble because they deal on some pretty edgy topics sometimes, and that's their ace in the hole. That if YouTube decides to push them over, they got somewhere to fall back to.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I have pretty edgy content here, like cherry wood.
Yeah.
That's live. edgy.
Boo.
And
Boo.
then,
It's
and then
live.
Plywood says he's gotten no ads. So, anyways, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Plywood.
I think they probably serve up more ads to people who they think might buy things. So maybe they know plywood's just not going to buy anything.
That was wrong.
They might. It could be what they have in their profile. They might target people.
Whoa, whoa. Wait, Rhinestone Suzanne has podcasts? You're doing podcasts, Rhinestone, or are you just talking, or are you just saying your videos? Because podcasts are different than videos. Just saying. This is a podcast, basically.
Yeah, I know today, I can't remember what video I was watching, but I got sucked into 2 ads. One was actually someone's video that I'm guessing they just did as an ad. It was like 3 minutes and 20 seconds, I think, that I couldn't skip. Then I got a 25-second actual ad for some cologne or perfume or something like that after that. So I was almost 4 minutes stuck in an
That's
ad.
like being on Twitch.
Oh, wow. Pallado is basically showing us his wood right now. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
every video I'm showing you my wood, man.
Hold on. Let me solo him.
All right. So you can see, since these are such small, branches that it came from, I couldn't help but have a lot of pith.
So you're saying your wood is small. Okay.
Hey, you've been talking. Anyway, all of these have plenty of pith in them, and so you see there's a bit of cracking going on a lot of these, and some bowing here, cupping up here. So when I've been milling these down, I'm starting with 5/4, and I'm getting down to close to 3/4 width of usable wood. So I'll give you another example. So a lot of I don't have a lot of the best stuff. I've already milled that up. So let me grab some of that.
Very spacious, lots of open air. What are you going to use it for?
Storing air is the state of the world.
Sorry, we just saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and we are very excited to start.
Yeah, so
An average of 7,900 below.
already been milled.
But I mean, that looks like a nice piece of wood.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Until now, introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, how with furniture and stuff, my honey's handmaid was talking about the movement in furniture and stuff. With the contraption that you made, what is the percentage of moisture that is in your wood since you've been using that contraption, and does it speed the process up really that much more than just leaving it outside to dry naturally?
So this is the little wood drying kiln right here, and it's little. Yes, Rusty, it's little, right?
But it's mighty. It's mighty.
So if I just disconnect this guy, it's basically just and I've got stuff sticking out here, so it won't close all the way. But basically, I just made it out of 1-inch foam board. You can kind of see the edge right there, and then I just put some extra foam around it, and then I can just close it. Right, so it's basically just a box. 2 foot by 16 inch by 4 foot. And see if I can. Here we go. So
whose TV is going on in the background?
I don't have a TV here.
Greg.
So I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Yeah, hold on. It's either
It's
mine or
always,
my wife's.
always Greg.
Freaking
Gotta be
Greg.
somebody's.
Freaking Greg. Yeah, so I just used one sheet of 1-inch foam board, and then I've got a bunch of other insulating stuff that I just wrapped around, and just put a dehumidifier in on one side of it. Got a little temperature probe. It's intended for like incubators, and so I just stuck the probe in on the opposite side of the dehumidifier, and I got a little fan that I put in there. So those are my only heat sources, is the dehumidifier and the fan, but it's a really small space, and so I was consistently getting it up to 120 degrees.
Oh, nice.
And that dehumidifier is extracting the water, and so to dry that cherry wood, it only took me about 2.5 weeks.
Nice. So I'm going to talk to Greg for a minute because I know Greg has been going through some stuff.
Uh-oh.
So, Greg, if you can hear me, how are you feeling? How is your hand, and how is your back?
Back was the bad part, right? So we got it under control right now. Well, found out it was more of a flare up, so surgery's not an option now, thank God. But yeah, the surgery went real well. Just got to wear this stupid cast until I've got the date. July 15th, the cast comes off. Physical therapy starts half hour later, and then I tell you, run my router within the 5 weeks. Nope. So everything that got electric, I'm not allowed to touch, but I already put my laser in the garage in place of it, moved routers out of the way. So I've already got that in place. So I'm going to start playing already. It's like, so doctor said, I don't care about your laser as long as you're not using the thumb with a 20,000, 30,000 RPM router on your hand. I don't care what you do, and you can't play darts. So we're good. But yeah,
so
I'm hanging in there. So
I have to ask, did they give you a nerve block when they did your hand, or no? No.
They just put me out. They actually put me out for it. They said they did, but I don't know. But if they did it, the thing is, I've had the surgery before. I had it done on my other hand 6 years ago. And
yeah,
it was just arthritis. It's basically all it was. I mean, my point was with my pain doctor and all, it came down to shots of cortisone, which I've been taking for years, wearing splints and all. And I said, no, this finger is my artistic part. I draw with this finger as doing my routing, doing my portraits, doing everything with it, even with darts. That's what was messing up, because when it hurt, my finger would go one way or the other, and my darting, I went from being one of the best in my division down to now it hurts where my thumb went. That's where my darts went. So the option was, I've had so many surgeries. I just said, no, I'm just doing it because it does so much. I don't do much now being disabled that my wood shop and darts is the only thing I have left. Yeah. I asked for the surgery. I mean, the back surgery I won't do unless it's, I mean, I know how what happened. It is my L3, which is ruptured, and fixing it ain't going to do much right now because it was good for about 10 days, but my back's going to hurt. It's full arthritis. I've already had back surgery twice, and I've been down from L2 all the way down to 5 already. And it's like, doctor already says it's going to hurt afterwards. Like, well, then we're not fixing it until you put a zipper on my back. But the reason I even want to get on with you about this, I wanted to know about your next week. I had talked to you last time I was on about getting the gift cards and stuff. Are you still wanting to do that? Are you going to do that? Because I told you I'd get you one if you were going to do that part. So I just wanted to get out and find out if you still were going to do
if you would like to send a gift card, that would be awesome. That is still an option that I may do.
Okay.
Or I may make some more carvings to give away.
Okay.
I haven't really decided yet. My thoughts are that I may try to get 1 or 2 gift cards on my own.
Well, why don't you start this? And if you're thinking of doing 1 or 2 on your own, tell me which one you're going to do. Just send me a message between the next day or 2. Tell me which one you want to do. Just tell me which one it is, and I'll just send you the money for it.
Okay. My
That's
guess
why-
is my guess will be either Home Depot or Lowe's, because most people are able to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. So I want it to be something that's usable.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll send you an email.
Yeah, pick which one you want to do then, and I'll just send you the money for it. Then you can get it from your place, and you won't have to send it to you, whatever. And that way, you can just pick it at your place. Because I mean, I could bring it to you. Not that far from me. You're like 2.5 hours or whatever for me anyhow. So, but it's just easy to do it on the internet and be done. It'll be there on time. So, but yeah, that's why I wanted to get online, because we talked about it. And if you're going to do it or whatever, I wanted to solidify, make sure that you had it for your drawing next week. So.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
So,
and if you didn't hear, we hit $2,000.
Yeah, I saw that part. I came on just because I was looking for you. You weren't there. I was like, "Where's the live?" It wasn't there, and I must have decided not to do it tonight. And all of a sudden, I got back on. All of a sudden, pop, you guys were on. I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe I missed it." And it's like, well,
yeah,
we're having problems. So okay.
No, we had a couple donations come in just before the show, and it put us at the $2,000 mark, cool. Which that's really awesome. So we're gonna hit.
That was something else too. That's one that I was going to support stuff with too, because 3/4 of my family's been in the service, and I'm not political at all.
Mm-hmm.
I love my country, but they have not. And thanks to anybody that's been in the service. Thank you for your service. 150%. But they have, and I don't want to offend anybody with it, but the country has lost the ball as taking care of our veterans with the VA and the rest of them. And you have to go out of your way to get what they are owed. As far as I'm concerned, if they signed on the dotted line to go into the service.
Yep.
I know where it's got to a couple of times, and it is now. Before you got in there, you get your service. Now they're coming back to telling them that if they haven't fired their weapon in actual invalid, they don't get all their benefits for this and that, which I think is a crock, because I know some of my woodworking guys in the sign carving world that I'm in. He's retired out of there for 20 years. He never left. I mean, he did a lot service to support them, but yet he doesn't get his stuff. Why? They should get 100%, no matter what, because even if there's peacetime, but they were there to go at minutes' notice in war.
Yep.
That's my opinion, and that's why this. I mean, I can't help a whole lot, but Wounded Warriors is one that I do like and I do support. There's some other ones I kind of double check, make sure the credentials that most of the money's going to the veterans and not to the company. And but yes, our veterans do get screwed, and my dad was a veteran, and they scratch had to pay him over $100,000. So
if I've done my homework correctly, which I believe I have, 70% of all the donations that come in go to the Wounded Warriors. Right. All right. 30% goes to operational costs.
They have to
I'll call it. Yeah. Yes. Every business who has employees has to have some operating costs.
Right.
I agree with that. So I don't feel 70-30 is a bad mark. Now, if it was the Warriors got 30 and it was the other way around, then I would be like, no. Yeah, let's look at it. Yeah, Rhinestone Suzanne's called it admin fees.
Right.
So, and as I was looking, I actually have been trying to, and I mentioned this in one of our members only lives. There's a form that I have to figure out. I just don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off, to be able to get a warrior to come to the live and talk. But the form is about them actually like coming to a live, like not virtual, like them traveling to be here. And I haven't figured out where the form is for just like a virtual, hey, jump on your computer for 5 minutes. So I'm trying to figure that out, but the closer we get to it, I don't think it's going to happen, which is fine. that's fine. First year, we'll see what happens. It's great. Everyone has done a fantastic job. But yeah, that's it. So I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, my
And,
back is worse, but I've got another surgery coming on July 1st, and then I hope I'm done for a while. So the other one, I'm not so much worrying about. It's just revision of something that's screwed up. So, but this is important to me. This right here is very important to me. This thumb is very important to me. So I wanted to get that done.
Greg, do you mind sharing what happened or what you damaged there?
That's probably just a lot of it. The only thing I can say that didn't get really hurt really bad was my left thumb, and that was from football. The rest of my issues are pretty much related to a car accident I had when I was 7 or 18 in 1979. I'm riddled with pretty much with arthritis all over my body from the car accident. I wasn't supposed to survive it. And basically I did good from, I was in the hospital for 3.5 years, or I'll tell you, I was in the hospital for 5 months. It took me about 3.5 years to get back to work, but to full capacity was about 5 years. And then I worked. I mean, it was painful, but I didn't have a lot of pain or issues for like the first 10 years. Then I started having issues with blood problems with my veins because my left leg was shattered and my pelvic bone was totally destroyed. And that's what I had. And bottom line, after a while, things were slowly starting to screw up. And then finally in 2007, they made me pretty much retire. I was a mechanic, machinist. I was a master of nothing as a master, but I've done just about everything. And but I was good at it while I was doing it. But it just got to where my left hip totally got to where I bend over. It was just like hearing a ratchet when I was working in IT, and I run over somebody, and the next thing I know, it's like, bam.
Bye, Suzanne. Have a good night.
So. And when I had the car accident, I had 2 strokes, and that's kind of messed me up as my short memory and stuff like that. Matter of fact, my neurologist that I had to go through about 10 years or 15 years without, they told me I didn't have much damage from it. So all these years I kept wondering. So before my dad passed away 15 years ago, I went because I started to have aches, and they checked everything, and the doctor did the MRIs and all that. Come back, and they told you what? I said, I had like a quarter-size damage on my brain from it. And he showed me the MRI. I've got 4.5 inches damage on one side of my brain and another 2.5 inches on there. He said, am I bad? And he this is a family show, so I'm going to tell you the nice way. He said, I'm effed in the brain is what he told me. That's not how he told me in the office. He just said, I don't know how you've done what you've done in your life, because I went and got in 2000. No, I take that. I think when I went to college. No, it's in 1980 or 93. Yeah, I don't know where it was. It was. I was 33 when I went back to college, and I got my degree in IT, and I had a 3.9 or 3.8 average. And that's only because my hands were messed up and I couldn't type fast enough. I had to take 2 typing classes, and that's what kept me from going 4.0. And they said, how did you do that? And I said, I worked 4 times harder than everybody else. I did everything slower.
I'm gonna tell you this story real quick. Then I'm gonna get Rusty and Oli back in because we've kind of been ignoring everybody. But I've talked about this before. I fell 3 floors off the side of a building and broke this arm, this wrist, and I had a nerve block put on when they did the surgery because they had to put in screws, pins.
They did that on my knee.
And then on this hand, I was drilling into a building with a big 4-foot long drill bit, and the drill bit hit rebar, and the drill took my hand and basically spun my wrist.
Ouch.
So I had to get pins and screws put into this wrist to get it to straighten back up.
Yep.
Now, I had a nerve block on this arm too, and in a pretty big cast. The thing about the nerve block is when you're done with surgery, you get dressed, they send you home, you're done, you're out. But the nerve block lasts for about 24 hours. I was laying there and rolled over and went whop with the cast because you have no control over your arm for like a whole day. So that was some of the funny things. But the nice thing is, they said I would never be able to close my hand again because the way the wrist was.
Right.
But now I've got perfect movement. I can move my hand,
You gotta
everything.
work.
So that was good.
You got to work. I had the nerve block on I had my knee replaced a year and a half ago, and they did a nerve block, and they had it on there for 6 days. It was a godsend.
Yep. So Rusty,
got to work them. So
did everyone on this panel break a wrist? Is that what I'm hearing?
I
was in a car accident when I was 16, broke my wrist and neck, and so Rusty and well, you guys also break wrists?
Yes. I don't know.
Mine, I may have been at the bar a little too long and decided to jump on a skateboard.
Oh.
On my way home, and both my wrists. I fell. I don't even know how many times I fell, but last time I was on a skateboard.
You didn't have your helmet and your hip wrist pads on.
I didn't have nothing on except the clothes on my back.
And Rusty, you broke your wrist too?
I haven't, but anything's possible.
All right, get off the panel, man.
Damn it.
Rusty looks like he's going to bed pretty soon.
Yeah, I probably ought to bail. I'm going down fast.
All right. Good night, Rusty.
I'm sorry, Rusty. I'm that boring, but I put myself to sleep last time I was on. So,
right there you go. Yep. All
Nice.
right,
Michael. Yeah, Michael S in the chat says, "Thank the Lord, I've never broken a bone." And I was in that same boat right before I fell asleep at the wheel and broke my broke my neck and wrist. So,
yeah, my Uncle Steve, Susie Doty, says never his wrist, but he's broken his back twice.
Oh,
and had a knee replaced. I remember that. I remember him being in a body cast. I was really young. I kind of remember that. So, Lotto, what builds do you have planned for the future that you want to get done, whether it be with the cherry? I know you had mentioned that your wife wants a wishing well that, well, you may not make.
Yeah,
but
she was talking about doing a wishing well kind of thing a while back, and in lieu of that, we put in in the spot where she wanted to do the wishing well. I bought a little Japanese maple and planted it there, and she's disappointed in its lack of growth so far. So she was talking about putting a wishing well in a different spot, and so this last week I put in some flowers there. So I'm hoping that she'll kind of forget about the wishing well idea, and I won't have to build that, but I might have to anyway, but we'll see.
What? You know she watches this live, right?
She doesn't watch anything. Like I was watching. We were at a doctor's appointment earlier today, and I was watching My Honey's Handmaid. I think was doing live. So it's like, oh hey, look at this bull that he's turning, and she's like, I don't care.
Good, honest woman.
It's like, yeah, look, it's real cool. Like, no. She's like, why would I want a wooden bowl? I'm like,
it's just a piece of wood. Oh well.
Yeah. So yeah, she not her thing. I've got a video recorded of that I got her in the shop, and basically we played name that tool. And I would show her a particular tool. She would have to guess what it's called and what it does. So I haven't edited that yet, but there's some fun moments. But that's coming up on the channel at some point. She wants veto authority for what actually makes it into the video. I have not granted that authority. So, yes, need to edit it down, but we'll see. One project that I've had on my mind for quite some time is I want to build an entertainment center for the living room. So I built some speaker stands a while back. One of the first projects really that I did when I first kind of started this whole wood shop type stuff. And I made it out of knotty alder because I like knotty things, and because our kitchen cabinetry is knotty alder. And so I wanted it to match that. I used the same stain. And shortly thereafter, I got some plywood that is also alder. And, thinking I'll, stain it the same way and have the matching entertainment center and speaker stands. And I've had that plywood sitting on my plywood pile for a while as I just kind of think about all of the ways that I can screw it up, or all the ways that I can make it look good. So I've been kind of mentally preparing myself for a furniture piece that goes in my living room instead of, something that needs to look okay for, the French cleat wall or something like that. So that's, I'm trying to improve my skills before I tackle that.
All right, I've got one more question for you, and then I'm going to get over to Oli.
Sure.
Because I got a feeling this. Good night, Uncle Steve. This question may take a couple minutes to answer. For those that haven't seen the video, need to look it up and go watch it. But I've never seen such anger towards a tree stump as I have seen with Pilato. What was the issue with this tree stump? I mean, you sent it to hell.
So I cut down a willow tree in my backyard, and
That's why.
not part of the stump issue, but now I've got all sorts of willow starts pushing up through my lawn and everywhere. So that's amazing. But as I was cutting into the tree, making my wedge cut, all of a sudden my chain went dull. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've been cutting for a while, whatever. I've got another chain, just threw it on. And shortly thereafter, that chain was dull. I was like, wait a second, what's going on? And I realized that there was metal in the stump, and it looked to be rebar. And I figured that what they had done was use a rebar support when the tree was first planted, and then never removed it. And so the tree just kind of grew around the rebar. That was my theory. And so, I was able to cut through the rebar in order, just use the reciprocating saw to get through it to be able to fell the tree. But then once the tree was down, I was like, okay, well, now I need to get rid of this stump somehow. And so I ended up quartering it, removing 3/4 of it, and just leaving the 1/4 that still had, what I assumed was the rebar. But I thought, you know what? Probably it's just a single, piece of rebar sticking straight up, or maybe it's angled out a little bit because maybe the tree pushed it out as it grew up. And so I was like, if I kind of cut around the rebar, I can probably remove more of it. And so I tried cutting down with the chainsaw on that quarter of the stump, and I hit metal on one side. I'm like, okay, well, let me try the other side. Hit metal again. I'm like, what in the world? And so I put the chainsaw away and just started trying to burn this section out. So it took a couple of very long live videos of burning the stump to finally get to the point where I could safely remove everything. And I don't think it was rebar. It looked like it might have just been, some screws or something that were just positioned right there in a way that made everything terrible for me. So I might have been able to just cut it right at the base and wouldn't have had to burn it out. But
Wow.
yeah,
That's funny.
Head
Yeah.
So
content.
only, we've been going over 2 hours, so I'm going to end up stopping the live here pretty soon because I got to get ready for bed. But one more question for you, and maybe we talked about it. What are you looking forward to building in the near future?
Oh, I got a couple sentimental builds that I want to get done. I got started on one already. There's I'd like to kind of try to do a few more games. Been kind of scouring the internet for not anything newer, but some more dated games. Put some of the older games back into the spotlight, so to speak. Kind of going with the theme of unplugged family game night type thing. I also got a couple other builds I'm bouncing around up here, but they gotta bang around a little bit more before I actually figure out how I'm gonna build them. So I've been kind of doing the game thing to take my focus off of that a little bit because that's when all the answers come is when you're not thinking about something so hard.
Right. So I made, and I'm wondering, it's probably simple and it's probably too small, but it might be something with your laser engraver that would be cool. A few years back, I made a set of Yahtzee dice out of 4x4. Real simple. You cut it into 3.5 by 3.5 by 3.5 inch pieces, and then you put stickers on it, labeling the numbers on side. And you've got called Yahtzee. It's big, giant yard dice. I could see with your laser you making a pretty decent set, and really all you've got to do is cut out a 4x4 into 5 sections and then put them in the engraver, and you could probably come up with a pretty cool set. When we're up north and we've got the family up there, that's a hit. It's a hit because you've got people out hanging out or outside. Yeah, you could play Yahtzee at the kitchen table, but the point is getting the kids and the family outside. And we're out there at the lake throwing it down. We got the cornhole boards that I've made out. So I'm wondering, have you ever thought about making a set of those, or is that just too simple?
That's actually come across my mind, but instead of the actual numerical, I wanted to do something phrase based again, kind of like the word tile. But I don't know, I kind of went down the truth dare type path or something like that. But I'm kind of wondering if, since the laser got a lot of options and possibilities with that, to do some kind of, there's a drinking one you could probably do. I'm getting too old to be pounding like that anymore, but that's an option. I know I've seen people do the Jenga out of the 2x4s, and they'll put like holes with the Forstner bit, and they'll put Jello shots in, and then someone stacks the game up, and as you pick it out, the game market I think is kind of largely untapped, but the Yahtzee stuff I have thought about. I'm not sure how I'd incorporate the phrase thing into it. There's got to be some kind of spin that I'm just not coming up with. I'm not picking up on it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, we didn't put phrases. We just made Yahtzee dice, giant Yahtzee dice. But it's fun. It is fun.
What'd you use for a cup, if anything?
What's that?
What'd you use for a cup, if anything?
Nothing. Because when you hold them dice in your hands, they're huge. You don't think 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches is big until you get 5 of them in your hand and you're trying to roll them. You could probably use a bucket. I didn't really put that much thought into it. I made the set of dice and I made a box to put them in so they wouldn't get lost. But yeah, I assume you could use a bucket if you really wanted to, but it's funner when you're like cradling them and you go like that. You look like a T-Rex trying to throw them so you don't drop them. Yeah. So that was fun.
Hey,
That was
guys,
fun.
I've got to run. Been fun, and we'll catch you next time.
Awesome. Thanks for jumping on, Pilato.
And everyone watching, make sure you hit the like button.
Yes, and go subscribe to all these channels because I'm gonna end the live here in 5 minutes. I'm gonna call it
All right.
5 minutes from now, and that'll be 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is much longer than I normally go. But this has been a great night. I still have some battery left on my phone, so I appreciate everybody being here, and really, I look forward to next week. Everyone being here next week.
Awesome.
Whether you donated or whether you gave prizes, I'm just looking forward to everyone being here so we can celebrate, what you guys have accomplished. You guys have done this, and it's amazing what you guys have pulled together and do. So I am truly, truly, truly excited for next week. And
Oh, you know what? There was one other thing that I wanted to say before going.
Mhm.
Many of you know that last week I was on the road with my wife. She was getting evaluated for kidney transplant. Today, she actually got listed. So we're really excited about that. So send some good vibes. They're going to start evaluating some of the people who volunteered to donate. And so see if any of them are matches. And so we're hopeful on that. So anyway.
Well, I can honestly tell you this right now. I will be, and I'm sure a lot of people will be, praying for your wife that she gets that kidney transplant.
Yep.
So just know you've got a lot of prayers going up for you and her.
Hey, we appreciate it. Hey, have a good night, everybody.
Yep. Good night.
Have a good night.
Pilato.
All right, so everybody, I'm going to go ahead and call this. Greg, thanks for coming on, and I will get you an email out. And Oli, it's always fun. It's always fun having, and I really haven't picked on you that much tonight. So,
Well,
that was good.
I've been on hiatus a little bit, so got to ease back into it.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad to see you put a video out. I was wondering why you haven't done any videos, but I don't want to be that guy being, hey, why aren't you doing a video?
Sometimes I need that guy to get behind me and just kind of shove me a little bit once in a while.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for being here. What's that?
I said my name will be changing on here down the road too for the next couple of months because it'll have the name of my company on there. So
awesome.
And we're going to change that because I'm working on that. By fall, I'll probably have it changed. So
all right. Looking forward to it.
So thank you guys.
Have a good night. And everybody else, have a good night. Hope to see you next week. And let's just come and have a good time. So,
Yep.
All right. I'm going to hop out because it's 15 minutes away from my bedtime. So I got to hurry up and get this cleaned up, get in the house. But Oli, Greg, thank you. Rusty, if you're watching this, thank you. And Pilato, thank you for coming on. And everybody in chat, thank you for being here tonight. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. And I appreciate you.
Night, everybody.
All right. Good night.